Hello, I'm Marlo from Wild Food UK. We're out foraging again. It's the very end of August and we're in Shropshire and we've just found some lovely mushrooms that I really wanted to show you. So if you'd like to come down here, have a look. We've got one here, a big one here. We've got a more mature one here, which you can see is starting to turn into ink. And that gives them the name. This is the shaggy ink cap, Coprinus comatus. What's happening here is the mushroom cap is deliquescing and turning into sort of liquid spores, which then get taken away by flies and things like that. There's one, if we go over here, I can show you one a little bit further down that process. Somewhere around. There we go. So, the shaggy ink cap makes a perfectly usable ink. We've made ink out of the caps of these mushrooms before. All you need to do is leave the cap lying on a plate overnight and you'll come down in the morning and you'll find that you've got a plate full of ink. It's pretty good ink. It will fix on porous paper, but if you've got shiny paper then you need to use some sort of fixative like nutmeg or cloves or urine to get the ink to fix on shiny paper. But we don't do that because this is one of our favourite edible mushrooms. You'll never find this mushroom in the shops, you'll never find it in restaurants because it has a shelf life of about 24 hours, maybe 48 hours if you get a very, very young one, before they start to deliquesce. So don't go picking loads of these and putting them in your fridge because you'll end up with a very black, sticky mess in your fridge. We use them just like normal mushrooms. These ones over here, if we come back over here, this one here, the younger one, with the cap still completely unopened, it shows you why it's got the nickname Judge's Wig or Lawyer's Wig as well. You can see that in the cap. But this one's at the edible stage. This one here, if we were to pick this, because of its age, we'd probably have about 5 or 6 hours maximum to get it into the frying pan before it started to deliquesce. But the shaggy ink cap, one of our favourite mushrooms. You get 2 or 3 flushes of this throughout the year. You do get some spring shaggy ink caps. Like I said, it's the very end of August at the moment, so we've got them just coming into autumn. We've had a fair bit of rain recently and the temperature's dropped, so this is probably the start of the autumn flush. I think we're about to get some hot weather coming in though, so these mushrooms will probably go to ground again for a month or so. It's quite a hot day today, and then come back up again when the temperature drops. The shaggy ink cap, Coprinus comatus, one of our favourite mushrooms and a pretty safe one to pick. There are a few that look like it. There's one called the magpie fungus, which is toxic. It's not deadly, but it's certainly not good for you. With the magpie fungus, you'll have a much blacker cap. There's less of the shagginess. In fact, there's none of the shagginess, but you'll get patches of white. Hence the name, the magpie fungus. It's black and white. There are a couple of other ink caps that look reasonably similar, but not that get to this size. So when you find a shaggy ink cap of that size, well, when you find a mushroom looking like this of that size, there's nothing else it can be. If you want to find out more, go to www.wildfooduk.com.